because yeah, because let's see here. I guess that was my, make sure I turn this off. Because sometimes I get dropped here. Um, if that happens, I don't expect it to happen, but if it happens, you guys just carry on and I'll, I'll rejoin. But this way it won't mess up any recording.
Mm.
So I think uh today is this is the power of the pen um with Lena Rivkin discussing leading the discussion on her chapter about the um artfulness in analysis and the I the she's both an artist and a teacher of art and
Good job.
and a handwriting analyst.
Mm.
And I wanted to just kind of there's let me just tell you, especially if some of you haven't read her chapter, she stimulates many different ideas in her short essay, and we kind of like identified to that the to focus on the area of how we're presenting our analysis, like the words we're using, the language we're using, how we're expressing it based upon the personality of the person who's receiving it. See, so like when you're giving that analysis directly, especially directly to the client that you're analyzing. And so just to kind of like give you an idea of where this is going, but the bonus part is that we get to look at two very different artists and their handwriting and to as examples of how she might be talking to them about their personality and so on. So I'll let you take over there, Lena. Just take it from there.
Take it from there.
Yeah.
Okay. I know a lot of people will look at the title, The Artfulness of Analysis, and it sounds like something artistic, which wasn't my intention, as you pointed out. So it's really about being thoughtful and careful, using good judgment and integrity when we interpret someone's handwriting, sharing insights with clients, so to speak, to be respectful and meaningful to them. So that was really the gist of my whole article. Um, and I just pointed it out very different ways. So, shall we look at the handwriting now?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it would be interesting later too to find out how
Mhm.
people got involved in
Um,
graphology.
you you might want, I know people that were at the study group on Tuesday, you might have
Oh,
too about how you got into, how this well, how this relates to neurodiversity and stuff like that, the awareness of that. If you wanted to,
yeah. When
yeah,
I was talking to Victor a couple of days ago, I was just talking to him about I think you asked how I started, how I was interested in graphology, and I started to think about something that I don't always write about, or if someone asks me, I jump to the punchline of Alvera Street, but uh, I growing up with a brother who has autism and who is nonverbal really opened my eyes when I was a child, to the remarkable complexity of communication and the human brain. Hey, did something change? Oh, yeah, and how it all works
I'm,
together. So I watched him navigate the world really without spoken language. And it made me wonder, what does it truly mean to express a thought? So I started to watch him express how he felt, not so much through words, but through movement, his facial expressions, and even his communication, his silent communication. and learned a lot about how it's not just about verbal expression, it's about connection. So that was my experience being very interested in the connection between the brain and handwriting. And I was wondering, even as a kid, if handwriting might be one of those clues, how we form letters and express so much of who we are. So I've learned a lot about this now, of course, I mean, in the last like 35, 40 years, like who we live, how we live in those in between spaces, the pauses, the gestures, and even the strokes of our handwriting. And so when I was 14, I had my handwriting analyzed at a place called Alvera Street, which is a historic landmark in Los Angeles. And that's really sparked my fascination in a nutshell. So uh, I would love to hear everybody's comments as well. So I won't say who this is yet, but I
Yeah,
really love
especially
everybody's. I
if
can tell
people
you
know
some things
the
that I see.
paintings.
What did you say, Victor?
Yeah, especially if people might know the painting, see, just by keeping until the end, the
Well, I
names
mean, I would
of
love
the
everybody's opinion
artists.
when I first look at this writing, and this is, I probably articulated it differently in my
Yeah.
article. I'm just coming out with it now, is that the strong gestalt of, movement, aggression, is very strong. His need for control is strong here, shown by the angles, the tight formations. If you can see the dominant T-bars, that he values precision, order, and efficiency. Uh, which you know, to me, perhaps compensates his inner anxiety because he needs to control it externally. And the same control need drives his assertiveness and blunt it seems like he very blunt communication styles. And so I see high energy and determination and kind of a low tolerance for making mistakes, moves quickly from his thoughts to his actions, and he strives for perfection. And I think he's a leader in whatever he would do because of the strength and the movement of the writing. And uh, he looks very tightly wound, too, very tight writing to me, very quick-minded, very willful, and yet very constrained. So, uh,
So this is
sort of at the
heavy
core here.
pressure,
Oh,
right? I'm sorry. This is heavy pressure, right? Or
it is heavy pressure. And
pressure?
so at the core of this, or the basic, um, duality that I see here is that he longs for closeness, but he instinctively resists it,
Hmm.
and probably fears some sort of vulnerability because of that it looks like he craves connections, but there is that it is cramped with a heavy pressure, and so he puts emotional investment into everything that he does or did. And I'd love to hear other people's opinions.
I
His
think
control needs are
he's,
certainly the strongest thing that jump out to me. And with those extreme T-bars, I always see that in really controlling people who
Hmm.
have to be, they have to be in charge. And the spatial arrangement is so cramped. He
Hmm.
doesn't leave room for anybody else to have an opinion.
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely has to be his way if it's a him. And
Yes.
he's, very quick, very impatient, and I'm sure very abrupt with other people. He doesn't have patience to sit and listen to them, that's for sure. Um, but it's just, all him. I mean, and he's productive.
Oh, very
It's,
productive. And
I
he has
really
spike.
can't
You see
figure
his
out
spike
who it
piece.
is.
I'm
What's that?
sorry, Judy, what?
I can't figure out who he is, the
Well,
artist.
when you see the two people, you'll know which one, I'm sure. Look at the spiked P
Okay.
bars. Keep, yeah,
Mhm.
So,
very
He's an
strong need for
artist.
control.
so, so Jens,
Yes,
I
I
was,
ask you, is this the handwriting of an artist?
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
of a
Okay,
painter.
because I think that's not very, it's a strong handwriting, but that's not very strong, what you could call picture written. It's
Mm,
Mm.
it's very robust, heavy, and I don't feel the composition talent here.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well, what I was thinking that the union, what union type it indicates,
hey,
yes.
probably probably as a sensation type, I would guess.
This was what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Um,
And by the way, when we are speaking of Jung, the first association I got when I saw it, it it's similar to Freud's handwriting.
aha, yeah.
I thought that
Uh, uh,
too.
Yeah,
Freud
very muddy.
Freud also has the tendency to go from one line to the next line,
Mm.
the upper zone and the lower zone were intermingled.
So yeah, I was
Um,
thinking, oh, it was sensation type because we have the heavy pressure and the lower zone emphasis, prime,
Mm,
you know, and then with the forward with the slant, uh, the rightward slant, I think that it would be extroverted sensing.
yeah,
Just
and and the form is very accurate.
mhm.
mhm.
Uh, he's certainly not an intuitive type.
Yeah, yeah. And I was thinking that this auxiliary might be thinking type. I'm looking just with
Probably,
the
yeah. Yes,
possibly.
yes, I guess so. Yes.
It's always harder. Anyway,
Are we assuming that it's very heavy pressure? Because, you know, it could be copies of copies of copies, which get thicker every time they're
mm,
copied. So do we know how close to the original this is?
This is, well, all the samples I've seen of his writing are very strong like this.
Hmm.
So,
But I mean, you can have a strong looking writing with a thick nib, or,
mhm.
you know, or I would call this more muddy than pestos. But
Yeah.
I'm always a little leery about judging pressure when you don't know how close it is to the original. But obviously, it's a strong writing.
Mhm.
do, do you know
I've
Lena?
never seen the original.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I noticed too is at the ends of his T-bars, they get very thick.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Can we assume it's a fountain pen?
1963 written, so it is a fountain pen.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And there was a remark about Freud's handwriting in comparison. I did study Freud's writing, and I find that Freud's writing is excessively aggressive.
Mm.
It's very pointy, it's excessively aggressive. Too bad we don't have a sample, but I would be happy to point out that
Mhm.
it's more aggressive. It's like very pointy. This
Oh,
one looks to me dynamic, but yes, very self-centered.
I
Mhm.
have a Freud sample right here if you want to see it
Oh, I'd
anytime.
love to see
Oh,
it.
Yeah,
lovely.
May I make a comment about this writing?
yeah.
When I studied the handwriting of over 100 people who were considered visionaries by someone by the name of Marilyn Ferguson, I
Mhm.
found that there were four, it was a typology, and this man would be considered a conflicted creative. I think
Mm.
he's really, really super smart. Makes him
Hmm.
non-conforming, original, highly motivated, and he's overcome enormous childhood things in the past, but their perception of life is very different. And now that we know a little bit of the history, they've seized the opportunity to become successful in their field of endeavor. And the other
Mm.
one that I did that's not exactly like this, but it was a man whose earliest childhood memories was being tied out with a dog and watching the dog play, and they had to pump woodchuck out of his stomach. Now, I don't think
Wow.
this was as grave, but this is what I call in my typology, the graphology of visionaries, that I'll do one of these days, Victor. Um,
Okay.
and that is an amazing piece of handwriting.
Yeah.
It
Do you
is.
want Sheila, do you want to share
if
That's
you want
no,
me to.
I'll stop sharing and we'll
Okay.
let's
Yeah, that'll be great. Last I
yeah.
saw it was at the Skirball. They had a
I
show
know
of
I've
his
got a bunch
paintings.
of them, but I just picked the first one. It's from 1935.
Hmm.
Okay. Everyone seeing that?
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
Oh, this is Freud, yeah.
Look how sharp that is. Oh my
My
gosh, yeah.
gosh.
This is a better example. I saw like an even stronger one where it's like extremely
Yeah.
pointy.
Yeah, well, I've seen some very heavy, dark
Crowded.
ones. And again, we don't know how close they are to the original. So it's hard to judge exactly the pressure.
Mhm.
Yes. But there's so much of him here. It's all about him,
Hmm.
right? It's all about him. It's like,
Boy, that looks pretty pointy to me.
Boy, it does.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Enough.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Sure.
Oh,
So I'll go back. Oh yeah, because I have everything in the same share screen. So
That
let
was
me
interesting to compare.
yeah.
Yeah. It's so graphically strong.
Yeah, so this only has like what I see is angularity in the N's and M's and maybe the H's, but it's a smoother around the other letters. It's not like all over. And it's not that kind of tight angularity. I do see the difference.
This angularity is more middle zone.
Mm, hmm.
okay.
It's so rigid. But it's interesting sometimes when, like, when we see his art. My son is an artist, and his handwriting, you would never guess it, but he's a tattoo artist.
Mm.
So it's a particular, tying it to a particular style of art. So I'm curious to see.
We'll have to look at his handwriting.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm curious about this artist's work.
Yeah.
Well, I
You
think
consider
this
you
is
consider
about the,
architects artists? You consider architects artists
Yes.
for you? Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is very architectural to me too.
Yeah.
The diagonals, the verticals, very strong and definite.
So, Lena, should
That
I show the, oh,
first
sorry.
line, look at the two P's at the end.
Mhm,
He would love to a good argument.
mhm.
Yes. Yeah,
Indeed.
I think he, yeah, had a hard time connecting with people, or people had a hard time relating to him.
Mhm.
I would think so.
I think what we're looking at here is not his artistic sense, it's his what brought him to motivate him, that motivates him to do the kind of art he does.
Ah.
But it's not the same as looking at his artistic sense.
Mhm.
You'll see.
Should I show another handwriting sample, Lena? Or what do you
I,
think?
let's go to the other handwriting sample.
Yeah. Yeah, let me for of the other artist.
The other artist. Yeah.
Oh, let me see. I made it darker, but not on this. I might have to let's see how this shows. How well this shows. Can can people see this?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. So
It's
this obviously is the a different person. This is the second artist.
yeah, it's more poetic.
Mhm.
Yes.
A lot of
And
thread.
Yeah.
yes, a lot of secondary threads
Hmm.
and
Intuitive. Yes.
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 very
Hi.
intuitive.
Yes.
Big
And as if he's kind
buckle
of
case.
movements through the wrist. It looks very involved, very action-oriented personality. And the spacing is large. Um, and the absence of a lot of unnecessary embellishments. Very quick, doesn't want to, I see it doesn't want to waste time. There's an overall looseness and sort of with the threads, and the script conveys simplicity and a lack of pretension.
Mhm.
And to me, the threadiness sort of hinted evasiveness, someone who avoids conflicts, and he's very internal and probably drew strength from privacy. Do other people see that as well?
Very different from the other.
Yes.
I noticed the split K that Renata Griffiths in her research on borderline personality, that she found that consistently.
Mhm.
See the
Ooh.
split K sort of a
Ye-
little bit down from halfway, I think.
See
I would
here.
never suspect he's an artist.
It's the rhythm is a little slack, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, that's really
Maybe
interesting.
not others.
He has a lot of beautiful starting curves.
Very graceful.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to find the split K, the K to
yeah,
Oh,
place.
it's
Where is that at now?
go down three, is four, one.
Four
Okay,
lines.
see where it says total 9, down second, end of that paragraph, down, down, down,
yeah,
Okay.
down,
Okay.
yeah.
total 9.
Total.
Okay, the line
There.
above that in the word making.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
right there. Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah.
The artwork I'm anticipating that should be loose.
You're nailing
Loose
That's why I think
and
everybody here will guess
and
who's who.
very sort of
Hmm.
um, very pleasing, also flexible because of the line work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, to me, he looks like a warm, intuitive person. Also, very private, comfortable with other people, but preferred his private time. Very self-directed. And of course, just open. To me, it's very creative.
So, Jens, would you say this is the extroverted intuitive with feeling?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that he's extroverted.
Okay.
I
Right,
think,
right. Yes.
I think it's. I would guess to introversion and intuition, and maybe extroverted feeling as as a helping
Okay.
function.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hard to say.
That
And
makes
some of
sense.
his eyes look like number twos as well. Um, so the eye revealing the independence and the two sort of placing himself in the second position. Do you see if we move that around, you'll see.
At the edge of the line, left margin, Victor,
Oh,
down
over here and
below where you were. Keep one
Yeah,
more
lower and
there.
to the left.
okay.
The
He
first
looks
letter in that
very
paragraph.
emotional and watery, like
Mhm.
flowing around things, and
It
not forcing his way across the page like the other
There's
artists.
an eye.
Yeah, that's a lot of butterfly in this
Yeah.
handwriting.
and it becomes very thin too in the middle zone. So I saw that as decreased resilience and maybe having a hard time recovering from setbacks.
Were you looking for the PPI, Victor? It's at the beginning of that bottom paragraph.
Okay, let's see. Oh, right. There we go. The PPI.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah, there.
looking like a number 2, as Lena
Yeah.
was saying.
Hmm.
Is this an American or
Yes, he's an
British?
American.
American.
Both are Americans.
Okay.
And I chose them for my article because of the obvious differences. It makes it a little more interesting.
It is.
Mhm. Yeah, it would be impossible for you not to connect who did which painting.
Almost in the dead center is the word facing, and the F is a little strange.
We should have gotten a third handwriting sample just to throw people off.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
So should I
I think we should show the artwork now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we'll see if you can guess.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you a little bit about, just a little bit, just a sentence or two about each person.
Okay, let's see.
Okay,
Oh,
if we if
Tell me
Sait
I'll point
Ombli.
to it. I'll point to it and you tell me
Yeah,
the
that's Sait
the
Ombli.
first one.
okay, this one.
Oh, no, that one, where the arrow is.
Yeah,
That one. Why don't you make it bigger? Can you do that?
I can.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
Norman
Okay, so
Rockwell?
no,
No?
not
Okay.
Norman Rockwell. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
This is
oh.
okay. So should I tell you who it is, or do you? Oh,
No,
you want me to tell you
maybe
about his person? Want me to
give
tell
him
you a
some
little bit
hint.
about his personality
give
here?
us
Yeah.
A, B, C, D so we
I'll
can
just say this.
choose.
This is an American painter, and he was
Yes.
famous. Really, this is an iconic painting, a master of capturing moods of solitude, isolation, and mystery. And you can see in his work, it's very architectural because he dominates all of his paintings, usually with bold verticals, horizontals, diagonals. The people in his painting are never connecting. You know, it's as if they cannot connect or relate to one another. It's almost like they're worlds apart. You know, there's almost a loneliness about it. And that's a common theme in his work. And he's very
This
captivating painter, as you
this
can
is
see.
this is great,
This,
Lena. Let's not give it away yet. Let's show all of the paintings.
Okay. I do want to say
And
though about this.
right,
Okay, we'll
and you
show
do
all of
the
them. I won't say
description.
who.
But
Okay.
don't say who. Yeah.
Okay, so this I was going to say the viewpoint here is cinematic because it almost looks like the window is the shape of a movie screen. And there's again minimal interaction. The customers here are kind of lost in their own thoughts. And he has said this, the artist, quote, he was painting the loneliness of a large city, but that's what he often paints is the loneliness or the mystery. Um, and he forces, oh, do you want to show the next painting that he did?
Sure.
Because that's another
Sure.
iconic
No,
painting.
no,
And
let me
you'll see the consistency in the restrainment so that we can show that. Because this is gas. And so what he does is he doesn't complete the narrative. He forces you to. So he shows you a little bit and it's empty, one person. And so this is one of his famous paintings. Uh Either someone's literally alone or they're each alone. And even if they're sitting next to each other in one of his paintings, they're beautifully painted too. And he uses artificial harsh light usually.
I would think this was painted a long time ago. Just
In
looking at those.
1940, and he made up the gas station. It's not really a real one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see.
He made a lot of
Rural America.
Mhm.
he
Yeah.
Edward
made a lot.
Hopper.
Yes, you
He made
Edward
a
got it.
lot of
Hopper.
Edward Hopper.
yes.
So
Yes.
mhm.
Want me to show the samples
Sure,
of
show the we'll see if we can guess the other.
yeah. Well, this is the
Oh,
thing.
oh,
She
this
knows
is
the painter, but she doesn't know the handwriter. See?
Yes.
Which
Oh
the
one?
yeah.
paint. Oh, the painter. This one is Sait Ombli, and the handwriting is what we saw, number 2.
Mhm.
This
So I
this is
wanted to
Sait
show, yeah, I'm sorry, Rachel. What did you say?
Ombli, very famous. He was a sculptor, actually. He was doing sculpture, and he was interested very much in everything to do with architecture and sculpture, but then he branched out into something non-objective that resembles handwriting and became famous because of his style, not because of the difficulty or easiness of representation.
Looks like barbed wire.
Yeah,
Yes,
and in this case, yeah,
he introduced that type of a style, very recognizable. Yes, go ahead, Lena.
no, here, yeah, and here he was mimicking Palmer method handwriting. It was this
All right.
Blackboard series. So
Mhm.
he was a very private person, and he worked as a cryptologist for the military during World War II. So you will see in his work, if you saw it, I'm showing you another piece that he did also, that he
Okay.
clearly his experience with codes, and hidden words influenced his art, as you will see here.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
so, uh,
What's his
so
name?
Cy
Ty
Twombly.
Twombly. Twombly.
I've seen
Oh,
writing like
Um,
this for somebody with a brain injury
yeah.
This is
with that
called
kind of
Letters of, he did a, yes, this is,
no, with the baseline like that. I wonder if he ever had a head injury.
oh, I don't know.
Nor do I.
Um,
You wonder if he had a military background, was like a wounded soldier or veteran.
so he did 38 drawings, and it's sort of like an intimate page from a diary, but uh, there's almost a frenzied quality here, buried deep inside. And it does kind of mimic his handwriting, just the looseness. And it feels to me, if we could erase some of the top layers, we would understand what he's urgently trying to tell us, by using all these hidden code-like letters. So it's very enigmatic, very private. It looks very angry.
Looks like he's out of control.
Yeah, but it's a lot of people feel it's like visual poetry. To me, I see impulsive energy, angst, a lack of control, like you said, and kind of a primal need to communicate, as his work is very primal, his abstract work.
Yeah, so he's known for painting, sculpture, and calligraphy and photography. So calligraphy, so he branched out to painting like calligraphy. Yes. Hmm.
So you've
Yeah.
identified the painting with the painter, but we haven't identified the handwriting with the painter. See, I thought that it was like two things.
So let's look at both.
So should I go back to the handwriting?
Sure.
And
And that'll be fun to obviously
yeah,
you'll see the
I
similarities of
yeah,
how they
thinking
connect.
about the paintings now that you've looked at that. Um, let's see. Yeah, I'll go back to that the first one.
I think this is the lonely gas station.
The person finding it hard to connect.
Mhm.
Is
I
that
think.
Popper's handwriting?
I just absolutely love Edward. I love the artist, his work rather.
Hmm.
Would
Should
have
I
thought
show
the
the
other
other
Oh,
one?
one.
I thought we were going to put up the other artist. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'll put the
Oh,
other one.
okay.
See,
Yeah.
hold on a second. I lost my
I would have expected the spread out one writing to be the person who paints about loneliness. But
okay.
on the
Oh,
other
that is
hand,
interesting. Yeah.
with this one, everything is crammed together, and that can have the opposite meaning when it's an extreme.
Uh,
So
this this artist, though, doesn't look meticulous and detail oriented in the same way as the
no,
other one looked like a graphic designer. The other one had a commercial art background as well.
Well, that makes sense.
An illustration, is like a photorealist painter practically.
You mean Hopper?
Yes.
Well, it's visible because the lines are straight. There is perspective painting that's very skillful. It takes a different level of a skill.
Well, to me,
And
when I see the artwork, it's the line precision versus the loose line.
Hmm.
And the
Yes.
architectural element in Hopper's painting and his writing is
Can we
congruent.
see it again?
Yeah.
Could you put all of them up and so we could see all the pictures
Oh,
and then
okay. Let
we can,
me
That's
let
a
me
right
great
now, like
idea.
that. So
yeah.
there's the one in the upper left-hand corner, and that is the one who did the gas stations and the people in the Nighthawk.
No,
You mean this
Yeah.
one? No,
Did that person do the gas stations?
no.
no.
Who is that and which one did he
The
do?
top one that you did, the top one is Cy Twombly, and he did the Palmer method movements on the blackboards and the resignation letter. And Hockney here, the Nighthawks. I meant to say Edward Hopper. I'm sorry. I said Hockney. That yeah, he did Gas and Nighthawks.
And that's his scribbling, the letters
That's
of
his
resignation.
no, the one above, Cy Twombly, did the letters of resignation, the scribble.
Really?
Yes. It would
Fascinating.
be great if we could put them up next to each other.
Let me see if I can
I just don't see that as being precise.
let me see. Actually, I think I have them like that in my imports. Let me see if I have.
Sheila, we were talking when you just made that statement about Edward Hopper's writing.
Yeah, I don't see it as
Oh,
being, I don't
oh,
see
that
it
is
as
interesting.
being, I mean, yes, the strokes, but I'm talking about the spatial arrangement that
Yeah, yeah,
it's not
the
well
cramming.
organized, obviously, but
Yeah.
we have
So
to look at the
Hopper
whole
has the
thing.
writing that we see right down there right now. That's the fast writing.
no,
Um,
Cy
Not
Twombly.
not the one
it's
that looks like cursive, the other one.
Here, I'll get back.
we'll put them
So
up so with
Yeah.
the little
can we
arrow.
can we define it by saying abstract and figurative? So the figurative painting with the station and the first one is figurative, so that's by Hopper,
Edward Hopper.
Edward Hopper, and the one that resembles barbed wire is by Cy Twombly, whose background was sculpture, photography, and calligraphy.
Oh,
That's
To
Edward
me,
Hopper.
it's when I said precise, it's like straight line versus such curvy line. So that's how I made the
Let's see.
distinction looking at the artwork. It's not precise in perfectionism or anything, just
Well, the
straight
artwork
line.
is. Yeah. Yeah. So it's words are so important. So we were using
Mhm,
the same words, but thinking of different things.
mhm,
You were looking at the strokes and I was looking at the spatial arrangement.
Right.
Yeah.
mhm.
oh, sorry. I hit the wrong button. There we go.
Yeah, and when I was looking at Cy Twombly's a long time ago, just that wrist movement resembled to me his movements on the canvas.
So I'm a little bit confused. Whose handwriting is the one that Sheila indicated that there was some kind of, not the one that's loose, the one that most likely there was an injury, the last one.
Cy
Oh, no,
Twombly.
well, I don't know. I didn't say
Oh,
most likely.
also,
No, what I said was I've seen people with brain injuries like that, but there's no evidence of him having had one.
no, but there is a very significant difference between the first sample and the one that we're looking at. I
Mhm.
mean, it really reflects two different conditions to me.
Wait, the one that we're looking at, are you talking about the letters of, I'm not sure. Wait, what are you talking about, Rachel? Which one?
Okay,
Which?
so this we know that it was done by Edward Hopper,
Mm-hmm.
written, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's no dispute because it's more structured, correct?
Yes.
This is structured. Now, okay, and now the one that's on this one
This is his,
specifically,
right, and this
Sa
is his natural writing.
right, Saiton, the one who makes like the barbed wire and the rest of the
Yes, the abstract
paintings.
expressionist
So
drawings and paintings.
he was 83 when he died. Do we know when he wrote this one?
Um,
Oh,
no,
don't
I
know.
couldn't find that.
Okay.
Okay, but the mysteries, the other sample that Lena indicated
Well,
that it was also his, but looks very much rigid.
are we talking about the letters of resignation? Of resignation?
I'm not
Yes.
sure.
There wasn't
Yes,
another
yeah,
writing. No, but
This
that's
this
is
not
one.
the
his.
art.
That's not his. That is specifically his artwork, and that he purposefully created that. That is
Oh,
not a
okay,
letter to
okay,
Oh,
someone. Just so you know,
okay.
the letters of resignation. He did a series of 38 of these, and these are small
okay.
drawings that he did. Just so you know,
Hmm.
yeah, because
Okay.
that's a good point you made.
Okay.
If it was his writing, then I'd, be very concerned.
Yes,
Yeah, no,
yes.
no, he did this on purpose. Yeah. Okay, bye.
Again, he tried
But
to actually step out of the norm by creating artwork that is resembling calligraphy. But, it's very I call it disruptive calligraphy. That's my title, disruptive calligraphy.
But then he has this big, I mean, he has that wide space, fast writing.
mhm.
That is Twombly.
Yes, Twombly. This whole wrist, yeah, very intense.
Yes. Um,
Trying to get back to the
There's a
handwriting.
lot of
Oh,
variability.
oh yeah.
sorry,
In
what's
the
there?
lights and
There we
darks.
go. Oops.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean, Judy? Yes, and the
Yeah.
pressure, the light. It makes that very three-dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There we go. I was trying to get back to that one. So
Okay,
this
very
is
peaceful. Peaceful.
I don't know if it's peaceful.
No? It's
It's
Um,
yeah.
soft. It's
It has
gentle.
rhythm.
Ruth, when you were
Rhythm.
talking about the creative, the visionary in Halper, what would you say about?
This would be a conflicted creative,
Okay.
a
yeah.
conflicted and compensated creative.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Thanks.
Do you see that rhythm as being slightly slack, or is it just me?
I see it slightly slack, actually. Um, but he certainly is quick
Yeah,
also. It's hard to, but I see it seems a little, I think it's the pressure or something.
and it goes along with the thready forms too.
Doesn't everything become its opposite? You think of that letter of resignation, how tight it was. I mean, he couldn't have done that if he didn't feel it and know it and want to express it.
Exactly.
So you
Such a
push
raw
something
emotion.
down, it pops up over there. It's like a waterbed.
Yes.
Interesting. How about each of us creates a letter of resignation of this with the
Well,
title to see how
that would be
we can
great.
come
I love the,
across?
because I see, rage, illegible thought, inner conflict, raw emotion of vulnerability. It has all of that in there.
Oh, definitely. Despair, a lot of despair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's a lot of
interesting.
back and forth, you know. He's not straightforward, you know.
No.
I can't think of anything that disturbs people more than when they're fired unjustly. right near us. So we have a post office, and they fired a guy, and he went out, got his rifle, and come back and killed a couple of the people in the post office.
Yeah.
Oh,
He went
It
post.
happens.
Yeah, that happened near Asheville. Post office again. That's why they call it going postal. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is about the post office.
Are there any words in this that anybody can see,
No, I don't.
or
no.
is it just scribble?
No, scribble, pure scribble.
Oh,
Looks like there's some mud.
Yeah, I was thinking that because it looks more like a picture, you know, that represents writing rather than something that's been written and that's meaningful.
Hmm.
I think that was the purpose.
Mm, mm,
It's kind of interesting. I mean, like that his how he's presenting himself, you know, like externally, his
Hmm.
personality and his handwriting is so very different than this. It's like, I mean,
mm,
that kind of makes me think relate to that he really is the introverted person doesn't really show themselves. Their personality doesn't look like what they really are about. And and this is like he's revealing what's inside of him that's not necessarily out there, the way like he's kind of friendly and kind of getting by and stuff like that. Um, but uh but he's got all of this stuff inside of him. So this is like expressing something really deep that he
Yeah,
doesn't
but
That's
share in
how
his
I feel.
daily life.
But this is artwork, and
mm,
I think
mm,
he's
mm.
trying to show the emotion behind a letter of resignation. It's not his letter of resignation,
No,
but
no.
another situation or something he imagined, and he's
Right.
putting it into artwork.
Yes.
Mm,
And
mm,
this is
So,
his own private alphabet. I mean, this is
mm,
Mhm.
he does have probably a message here, and it's enigmatic and hidden and frenzied, because that's how he is. I saw a retrospective in there's a big museum of his in not Austin, but yeah, Houston,
hmm.
right next door to the Rothko Museum Chapel. So it's really interesting when you see that, and so yeah, this is. I agree too, Richard. Victor, excuse me. It is, I think, deep inside.
Mhm.
Things were erased, written, redone, but I think he has a vision for it. I don't think it's just blind scribbling.
mm,
Right. Right. Well, he's
mm,
taken his feelings and he's made them into art.
mm,
Hmm.
mm, mm.
That's what an artist does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
But I don't think these are only his feelings. I think he's taking on feelings that he senses from somewhere else,
Yes.
a situation, and he's
Mm.
creating art from it.
Hmm.
mm, mm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that relates to, his intuition. He and his that's about an understanding of people. So he's like, yeah,
Hmm.
that sensitivity he has is of course about recognizing those feelings in other people. But he couldn't
Mhm.
express this even as an artist if he didn't like
Yeah,
have some experience about this, even though he
right.
doesn't show it to other people, except in his art. He's,
Yeah, yeah.
But he
I
He
could
just
not
showed
thought
do
this
it
was,
them.
if it
I just
wasn't in
wanted to,
him.
he has done so many different things. I do want to say, I just showed this because you're all graphologists. I just thought this would
yeah,
be to
really.
get a reaction. Yeah. But his work is controversial too to people, childlike. It's, has a lot of comments, obviously.
Do you have any of his art? I mean,
Do I
any
own
of,
any of his art?
or
No,
what
it's,
is
It's millions of
What else
dollars.
does it look like?
Oh,
I'll
you know what?
go back to the main screen.
I can post some. I'll share some for
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Mm.
His art is extremely expensive too, because he carved himself a niche in the art world by creating a specific style. And it was recognized, so that's what makes it.
Yeah.
We have several talented artists here, and Jens, who left, have you seen his artwork?
Oh, yeah.
He sent me some pictures. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
we should have like a group sometime where we're with the people that are artists, and if they would like to share their handwriting and their art, would that not
Sure.
be
That
fun
would be really fun. I would
with the
do it
Yeah.
with other
graphologist?
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down.
Okay. Yeah, you take it from here, Jude. Yeah.
So his painting, what is Saitonbli most expensive painting? Since 1998, the record price for this artist at auction is 70,530,000. Yeah.
Is
Whoa.
that all?
Oh my word.
Yes.
I'll take two.
Wow.
Sold at Sotheby's.
Yeah.
Sotheby's.
But you know, it's true of many artists. You find a niche and you expand it.
Yes. Now,
Something different.
why is it so expensive? It's the dynamic energy of Saitonbli's lasso loops.
Mm.
Lasso, Lasso, lasso loops, and the ferocity of the Greco-Roman battles that inspired him.
Mm.
That's what I was saying. I thought there was military involved in that
Mm.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
conflict.
Interesting.
Mm,
yes.
yeah.
So we have about 5 minutes left to the
I
top
like
of
your idea of having a creative visual art talk. That would be fun.
Yes.
Yes.
With all of the graphologists that are also artists and sharing
Who
Lovely.
else?
writing sample and their artists. Well, like Jens.
Jens
Jens,
and
yeah.
Lauren.
Yeah. Judy's already on it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So
Well,
where can we
Rachel and
see?
I have talked about doing her art. So
Yeah.
we'll just make it a whole exhibit.
Yes.
A virtual exhibit. 1 hour is not enough.
Right.
We need one afternoon.
Yeah, this is just two artists, so
It's
We could put them on we could
Yes.
put them on the website,
yeah.
pictures.
Oh yes, we
Let's see.
can.
Who else is an artist?
Not
I
me.
don't know.
Where can
don't
we
think of
see
many people.
Jen's work? Where can we see his work?
Well, I think he's posted some of it on the Vanguard list.
Mhm.
I've seen a few.
I have some, but I'm not sure
Jen,
where I
how
put
do
it.
you spell his last name? W?
This looks like Windelef. Wait a second. Is this it?
Yeah, we can find it.
Oh, I have some of his handwriting here, which is really amazing.
Oh yeah, it
Can we
really
see
is.
it?
I've seen it.
Can we have a peek?
We'll have to make sure he can be part of it.
Yeah, maybe turn off the recording because in case he doesn't
Oh,
want it spread
okay,
around.
yes. Let me.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Sheila, I
let me
just
turn it
sent you
off.
some, I just texted you some, since we're talking about art and handwriting.
Okay.
I don't know if you can grab those.
I
and
have
see